Hey everyone, I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back and I'm coming to you guys impromptu. I'm actually in the middle of making packages to go out tomorrow morning, but I really wanted to speak now because it's just heavy on my mind and my heart and my spirit. So I wanted to say what's on now. Maybe I can express myself fully at the moment. But you know, as we all know, like what's going on right now in current events, it's like highly stressful, highly frustrating, highly infuriating. And I was hesitant on sharing my thoughts about it because I'm sure that not everyone is going to agree with me, although I'm sure a lot of people will agree. That's the thing. When it comes to matters like this, we all have different opinions. We all have different viewpoints. There was the Malcolm X's and then there was the Martin Luther King Jr.'s. I mean, behind the scenes, you know, they were still helping each other. I want that to be known. Like, I hope that you guys know that, like, behind the scenes, they were helping each other. But they had different representations in the media or for the people to lead their different movements with essentially the same cause. And I was thinking, for those of you who are not very familiar with me, I went to college. My bachelor's degree is in Africana Studies and Sociology. My aspiration was to go on for advanced degrees in Africana Studies, and you know, I just wanted to become like in the conversations with like James Baldwin. I wanted to be mentioned in those conversations. I wanted to be like an intellectual thought leader. And I mean, I still can do that. And in a way, I'm doing that a little bit here on YouTube. But yeah, I'll go back to school eventually. That's my intention. But yeah, I wanted to like become like a professor and stuff and an author. I'm an author, but you know, you get it. Okay. I remember the last day of class, my senior year. One of the most prestigious, one of my very favorite professors, I'm not gonna say his name, at U-Albany, which is one of the biggest schools for Africana Studies in America. He said something that like really bothered the class, and basically we were all, so I graduated in 2013, and I remember around that time there was a lot of uproar about Trayvon Martin. I believe it was Trayvon Martin, because I remember us doing a lot of like little protests on campus where we would wear hoodies and like sit in and like, you know, discuss and you know. And I remember like my class, it was a class called senior seminar. It was basically like that, the main senior class where you have to write the big old paper and pass it to graduate. And we were all like theorizing together and like coming up with stuff, because at that point, you know, police brutality was becoming more and more visible because social media was becoming more and more prevalent at that time, 2013. And so yeah, we were all talking about how, you know, different ways we can possibly and potentially rebel and stuff, and like, you know, just how we can make change. And I remember, I was about to say his name, I remember our professor was like, you guys have it so good now. You guys don't need to do all these things that you guys are talking about. It's so good right now. We were just like, where have you been? Like, what are you talking about? Like, do you hear what's going on? Like, do you see what's going on in the news? And he's like, man, it's so much better than what I've been through. Granted, I read his memoirs. Like, he lived a full life. I mean, I don't even know if he's still around. I hope he is. God bless him. He was older, a lot older, right? And so I understand his perspective based on like what he had experienced in his life. Maybe in his eyes, what we're experiencing now isn't, or at least in 2013, wasn't as wasn't as traumatic, wasn't as detrimental to the people as what he experienced back in the days. And I can't speak on his experience, so I can't speak on that. But what I do know is now 2020 and things have gotten progressively worse. At least, maybe not. Let me backtrack. Maybe it's not progressively worse. Maybe it's just more apparent. And this is my opinion right now. What I'm about to say, that I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but this is my opinion. I feel like there's only two ways that we're going to make a change. Because when you look at history in America, the only times things got better for us as a people was during the, I guess I should have done some Googles to get the like exact, but the bus boycott, that was when we impacted business for America. So that means we were holding on to our money. We made a big sacrifice. Basically, for over a year, people were walking to work. People were carpooling to work. That means they were spending extra money on gas and stuff. But the point was, they're not going to put this money into the public transit system or whatever. And it took them over a year or so before they made the change. And thank you to everybody who's going to be fact checkers in the comments. Again, this is an impromptu video, and I have been in school in a long time. But so that's the only way. That's the one way that we will make change. But that will be a long process, you know, to impact the dollars. And I guess that is sort of what's happening a little bit when it comes to the riots. That's essentially what's happening. People aren't rioting, as far as I know, to like neighborhood mom and pop stores. No, I see people are rioting at Target. Target is big business. Okay, so it's similar but not quite. So that's business. Okay, that's one way. I think that will be impactful. However, I don't think that's going to be the most impactful way. I think my number two thing that has driven change in America and in the world is war. I know y'all don't want to hear me say that. Y'all don't want to hear me say that. Y'all don't want to hear me say that. That's how I honestly feel to my core. And I don't even want to like try to manifest that, but I feel like it's already written. It's already written. Civil war. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know if it is gonna happen. Listen, I am not God, okay? But that's what I see. What would actually bring the change that we seek? Because at this point, you have to be a Nimrod to not see the blatant discrepancies, to not see the blatant racism that's going on. And not only do you have to be a Nimrod, but you have to be a racist yourself. And yeah, that's how I feel about it. And that's one of the main reasons why I wasn't like really commenting on it like on social media like that. Although if you watch me on Instagram, my stories, like I had to like I put my little commentary on stuff. But that's how I feel. And I feel like like this year is wild. Like a lot at one time. Like this is happening like during a pandemic. It's kind of like, whoa, like it's a lot. It's a lot that we're all dealing with individually and collectively. And is there anything else I need to say to the people? I want to say to everyone, stay strong, stay safe, stay well. Sending my love to everyone watching this video and beyond. So let me just say this and then I'll get out of here. One way that you can impact, like I said, like, it's business and it's violence. That's the only way things get done in the real world. I know a lot of us aren't gonna like just sacrifice ourselves. You know, we have family members and like loved ones who depend on us and love us. Not all of us are trying to be martyrs. So then I definitely recommend you go the business route. Just be conscious of where you're putting your money, where you're spending your money. I mean, and yeah, you guys, keep your phones on charge. You know, when you're out and about, you know, stay alert. I mean, obviously filming things don't always bring resolution to things, but they bring awareness. And something's got to give. That's it. I'm gonna get back to these packages. Love, light, and locks.